Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High. It is the Daily High almost in about $150 with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning. I am good. I had an awesome dive yesterday, and those that follow my Instagram saw I almost got hit by a manatee, which are about 15 feet long and about 400 to 500 pounds. Pretty friendly, giant like elephants that float around the water. But like if you don't see one coming right at you, that and next thing I know, there's one literally under me, like with its tail about to smack me. And yeah, I had to get the hell out the way. And then on the way back, we saw it again, and that's when we were able to take videos of it. That was definitely crazy. And the dive, like the deepest I went was like 16 feet of water, right? It was such a shallow dive. I was almost like disappointed. I'm like, oh man, why am I? It's for beginners, right? Like it's not even designed for like uh certified divers. This is where they like teach people in like 10-foot water on how to dive. And then there were turtles, there were squid, there was a manatee. It was freaking like totally unexpected, completely unexpected.
Man, back in the day when I was doing diving, I've got some stories of swimming with great whites and stuff like that, and hammerheads, hundreds of hammerheads in Australia and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff. But one of the freakiest things I ever did was I was surrounded by seals, and seals are, the playful and friendly, but they were having fun, like projectile themselves at me, and then like turning off, like flipping around,
Right. And they got teeth too.
they were playing with me, but
Right.
I felt in the moment, man, these guys could tear straight through me if they hit me. There's nothing. I'm just floating around,
Right.
tearing through me. Wild stuff. It was and you just really felt the power of nature at that time. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it. All right. Speaking of a force of nature, ooh, were we wrong? Big time yesterday. I'm gonna go through it first. And look, this is gonna sound like cope um to the audience. And look at it, I just have to be clear what it is. Look, this wave is still red, right? This is the because of the modified Lucisar, it won't confirm a red wave until the weekly candles close. But I've actually been looking at this. I'm thinking about making a change to alphanumetrics, where if we cross below the modified Lucisar and then regain it until there's a weekly close below it, maybe I'll turn the wave like amber or yellow or something as like a holding pattern. Or maybe it
Hey,
doesn't.
Matt, I gotta interrupt you. You know what's funny about that?
What's that?
For about 3 years or more, since the days of Tyler Jenks's back in the day, I've been meaning to alter the Lucid SAR into a SAR, T-SAR for like I have T-Vol, T-SAR. And that was the change I was going to make. I was gonna re alter the SAR indicator into having a neutral cash position where the SAR indicator is either long or short. But I was going to implement a neutral stance where if the SAR is breached on an intra-candle basis, but
Hmm.
not closing basis, you have two SARs, one above the price, one below the price, until one is actually confirmed off the close.
That's so funny, Tone, because I was looking at that today, and actually back back in those previous times where we had like the SAR, the modified list SAR specifically, but the SAR in general has been brilliant at catching all like the long, big, the great parabolic moves and then the great corrections as well. It's been terrific, but it really struggles during sideways consolidation, as you've seen twice in the last 3 years, for a period of like 6 months, where it was indecisive, and that change alone would really nullify that. Where you could still raise cash if you wanted to, or you could be on high alert or not enter any new trades. That would really help it. So I think I can make that change as easy as any, maybe tomorrow. But that would be the conditions we're in right now. In fact, because of the recovery we've had off the break of the modified Lucisar. So Look, I can delete these lines now. I was in a short last night from 91 200, thinking that the bottom was about to fall out, and I really truly believed that it was, and I was just wrong, totally wrong. And how long after the show last night did I message you, Tone, and said I've closed the trade, minus 6% loss, like that long?
Earlier than I would have waited through the 10 a.m. reversal.
Yeah.
You didn't even wait. Like I think you got out within 10 minutes after our show ended.
Yeah, I did. It was right here on this candle. Like that was when we started to break out and we came back and went down. And at 91, 638, I just went, nah,
Yeah,
look, I'm
I
not
would
with
have
it.
waited. I mean the market reversed at around 10:20, I believe, if my memory is correct. I can like I'm not on screen share, but I can pull up like a 5 minute chart and I can double check real quick on yesterday. So the top yesterday was made at 10:20, right? And I would have waited through the 10 a.m. reversal. So like I would have, you had a chance to get out, break even at
Yeah,
around
yeah.
noon Eastern time, but that would have been like 2 in the morning for you.
Yeah,
It was
3
too risky.
3:40 3:45 a.m.
Honestly,
exactly.
you got out. If my memory serves me correctly, and I didn't see which candle you pointed to, I'm just going by memory because I'm looking at my own chart right now. I believe you got out somewhere between 10:05 and 10:10 a.m. You got out at approximately 92,400.
I've already deleted the line and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was about 91 600 or something in that vicinity.
Okay, so you got out even earlier than that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you got out soon after the show was over.
That's right. And so, look, this is what I said. The viewers are going to attack me for it being cope that I missed that move, and I didn't get long in any of my discretionary accounts after that. I was in bed. I missed the whole move and didn't get in today. But look, the fact is, I took a position and got out and avoided liquidation. All good, right? So live to fight another day. I don't win them all, and nobody does. So I feel nothing about being wrong about that. All good. Where does that leave us now? I mean, Bangbox had an absolute. I might as well do it while I'm here. Bangbox, which has struggled at times. There's no doubt about it. But it cleaned house today. That's a 21% trade on the day. Magical, fantastic. So that worked out really well. So I still made money there. And in saying that as well, which I really not enough people have gotten on board this. I really, really recommend looking at the MRI swing box we have here. I mean that's in a long right now as well. So that really caught the that got in long at 94 800, has taken one take profit so far, two take profit so far, and is locked and loaded. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. Links in the description below. I would say that without any question of doubt, that the modified like the MRI swing bot, you should be more heavily weighted in the MRI swing bot because it's much more of a swing trade than the bang box, which is just a really quick bang thing. Definitely be like a 90-10 ratio, I think, allocation as it stands right now. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, damn it.
Oh,
You'd
hey,
be,
Matt,
yeah.
just a quick thing. The MRI swing bot utilizes the 4 hour time frame and only the 4 hour time frame, or are there multiple time frames involved?
No, it's only the 4 hour. It's only the four
Okay,
hour. But
got it. Just
when
checking.
we have the capabilities of releasing multiple iterations of the bot, we can do a daily one as well. We can do a weekly one. We can do all sorts of different things. In fact, we've got so many coming, but I don't want to talk about that right now. People want to know what's happening. I mean, the fact is, we came down, got a beautiful green diamond, broke the lucid SAR, which would nullify that green diamond for me. But it turns out that that green diamond was brilliant, and we're right now knocking on the doorstep of the 200 simple moving average. I haven't, believe it or not, reverted bullish yet. I'm still, and I need time to process this because that wave turning red for me, or after I modify it turning yellow, I'm not convinced we're out of the woods yet. I might miss a lot of this move, guys. I'm not in a hurry to get long right now. I'm just not. I'm a coin margin trader, so I get the benefit of the rise either way. and I'm happy in all the the extra Bitcoin I've made throughout the last year, that I'm happy to profit from the rise, but I don't have a read on this market right now. I'm still leaning bearish. I'm sorry to say it. I have a structured routine, and just having this still to me is unfortunately dead cat bounce. And I'll definitely get torn apart if we're at $106,000 tomorrow, and I'm happy to do so. I'm happy to profit from that to the upside in the positions I already hold in Bitcoin. Hold a lot of Bitcoin, but I'm not taking on any trade right now. I'm sorry. If the wave wasn't red, I can see a setup here for a trade. So if you want to go long, go for it. There's trades to be made. It's just not for me right now. Daily time frame. I think we'll see a lot of the same thing. We're right now have bounced up. I mean, the MRI count's good. Obviously, we've just touched on the 50 simple moving average, just cleared the 30 as it stands right now. I still think that this has got a high probability of fading, and I think that there'll be people shorting right now as well. So I guess it's just like, it still just looks to me like that the rally, that one overshot. But imagine that one didn't overshoot. That time that Tony and I were super bullish. Imagine if that just came stuck at the 30, came back down, put in a lower low, came up and retested the 50 and 30. If you just took away that, cut that part out, this would not look as bullish as you might think it is. So just, I'm not giving any advice. I never do. I'll just tell you what I'm looking at and what I think. I'm not long yet. I'm not considering longs yet. Finally, I'll just end with the weekly time frame. We're still below the 7. This might be a throwback to retouch the 7, which would be at 97,900. Call it, give or take, 97,800. Damn, imagine we come back and touch that and then close the week red. Whew, that would be scary. It's liminal space for me, guys. I don't have a read on the market, but I'm trusting this red wave can be painful. On the weekly, you can see it really clearly. And at times, it's not painful. It's wrong. But at the same time, this has been really accurate. The modified, not the modified Lussar, the EXA has been brilliant. That continually draws down. I'll wait for a bullish cross there. I'll wait for something more that I like to see. I'm coming back to you right now, Tone. Hot in here. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Use the affiliate links in the description below. Join the Discord group. Use the free bots. Get on board Tone's MRI swing bot. It's definitely Tone Vase inspired. All right. I hope you've had better trading in the last 24 hours than I've had. Tone, what are you seeing, brother?
Well, I haven't had any trading in the last 24 hours. So I guess that's better by default because you had a losing trade. But
yeah. But a couple of good bot trades. The bots did better than I did, that's for sure.
yeah, so we get some trolls in the comment section today that I'm gonna completely ignore because they're irrelevant. But someone did point out that the CPI is coming. Today is Tuesday, and the PPI came out. PPI came in nice and strong. That's good. And CPI is out tomorrow. So if the CPI numbers come in good, then that's another, bullish move for the market. Now, let's look at real quick. So one of the reasons why the stock market has been struggling lately is because the economic news has been bullish. And when the economic news is bullish, people panic that the Fed is not going to print money to assist the markets, and they think that is bad for the market, when in reality, they are wrong. There is an expectation that the Fed will not lower the interest rate again. And at first, people panic, but then as they process the information, that the reason why they're not going to lower the interest rate is because the economy is doing well. And if the economy is doing well, why aren't the markets doing well? And eventually, the markets will do well. And the most important metric for the markets doing well is, of course, the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 rallied massively off the lows yesterday, and therefore Bitcoin rallied massively off the lows yesterday. The market is up today, and Bitcoin is up today. The markets are very, very correlated. You can see that the S&P made its all-time high on December 17th, and like magic, like absolute magic, the Bitcoin market made its all-time high on December 17. If anyone out there tells you that Bitcoin is not correlated with the stock market, that person should never be listened to again. They just don't know anything in regards to economics, trading, markets, whatever. So you almost don't even need to look at the Bitcoin chart. All you need to do is look at the stock market chart. We probably don't look at the stock market chart enough on this show. And we should look at the stock market chart a lot more if you want to know what the hell the Bitcoin markets are doing. Now, I was, of course, bearish the stock market yesterday because the chart of the S&P looks terrible. The chart of S&P looks better today, but look, the MRI count on the S&P is still bearish. The MRI count on Bitcoin has turned bullish, and it is now a daily green star candle. That is something to consider. Bitcoin can lead the price of the S&P because it's faster to react than the S&P. That does not mean that Bitcoin is not driven by the S&P. It just means that it reacts faster. Okay, now let's go to that Bitcoin chart. The monthly chart looks very, very bullish, and I remain very bullish looking at the monthly or the 2-month picture. The weekly chart, notice something very, very important. The weekly chart is now on a green 1 candle. That is a great, great sign. I will say the overall TA structure of the weekly candles is still bearish, but the MRI metric, which is my 3rd most important metric of all of TA. Matt, what are the first 2?
Price action.
Price action, which is the shape of the candlestick, and the second?
Time.
Well, not time, really, because the MRI is the time. The second is chart patterns. These are things like ascending triangles, descending triangles, cups and handles. So, for example, this cup and handle on the monthly chart is more important than the MRI top right here, okay? And the MRI comes in as my 3rd most important metric. So if we're looking at it from that lens, the candles, I would say, are neutral. The chart pattern, I would say, is neutral to slightly leaning bearish. And the MRI is completely neutral. So what does that mean? That means that I am not trading this candle. That's all that means. But if next candle is a bullish candle, giving me a weekly green star candle by breaking this week's high, we will now have bullish candles. We'll remain in a neutral chart pattern, but the MRI turns bullish. So now I have my primary metric bullish, my 3rd metric bullish, and my medium metric neutral. That is an example, and my monthly and a higher level time frame, very bullish. That is an example of the ability to finally go long into a position or a swing trade. Now, daily chart. The daily, this is a very bullish candle. Again, let's look at it from the lens of Tone's 3 most important elements. And if I had to add a 4th element, what do you think that 4th element would be, Matt?
I don't know. Time.
No. MRI is time.
Right.
So what else do you see on this chart?
Well, technicals, moving averages.
Moving averages, exactly. So if we go with progression, right? Price action, which is price and volume together, making up the candlestick. The chart pattern, there is no chart pattern here. If I had to force myself into a chart pattern, I would say the chart pattern is negative. Okay, but the candlestick is very bullish. So the primary pattern is bullish. The secondary, so the primary, most important thing is bullish, the shape of the candlestick and the volume spike. Okay, that's bullish. The chart pattern is bearish. It's a declining trend, just like we had back here for 6 months. The third most important thing is the MRI. The green star candle makes this very bullish. So number one is bullish. And we have now confirmed the reversal candle with the current candle. So number one is bullish. Number two is bearish. Number three is bullish off the green star candle as long as we close. As long as we close on a candle like this or better. Number three is bullish. Number four are the moving averages. It's neutral. We've broken the 20 period, but we got rejected by the 50 and we're in a death cross. I would say number four is slightly bearish. And then number five are the oscillators. The oscillators is the fifth most important thing I look at. We can look at a new one that I'm not an expert in, and that is the MSR. Matt, you like it. This is Socrates thing. Looks like it is turning at a higher level. That is bullish. The MACD is about to turn, but it's not above the zero line yet. It's about to turn bullish, but it's still a little bearish. The CMF is bearish, but it's not terrible. It never went into the red. It's actually, I would say it's neutral. Maybe I would lean slightly bearish there. And the RSI on the daily. Oh, come on, open it up.
You got to find
Can't
the
do it.
spot. Yeah, it's annoying.
I think this is bearish. So the oscillators aren't great, but to me, they're the fifth most important thing. What the hell is this thing? I don't know why that's there. I have no idea. I'm gonna remove this. I don't know what that is. And what is this? Why is this here? I'm gonna remove that as well. No idea. All right. And what is this? Oh, the data is no longer provided. The BitMEX funding rate. I guess it's done. It's done. What is happening here? The metric no longer functioning. All right. I'll have to delete that later. Okay. 4-hour chart. Bullish. Leading into an MRI top. What about the hourly chart? Bullish. Looks great. We just got to break out above this morning's high. We got a shot. We were above 97 a second ago. Looks like we're rallying. Let's see if the 10 a.m. reversal does not. Let's hope the 10 a.m. reversal doesn't drag us down. People are asking about my volume indicator. It's the tone-based volume. It is not publicly available only because I haven't, it may not be perfect. I haven't had the time to release it publicly. It's called T volume. It has yellow volume bars indicating indecision. It will give you green volume bars when the regular ones are red. It's got some differences. You see a yellow volume bar right there. You see that's a green. That's correct. That's a yellow. I'm trying to find a red volume spike on a green candle or a. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. But here's a red candle.
Yeah, there it is.
Here's a red candle with a green volume spike.
Yeah.
That's the power of the tone's volume. It tells you when there is bullishness in bearish candles. And when you look at volume on the traditional, see, it's a red volume spike, giving you the illusion that this is bearish, but the tone-based volume is bullish. So there's no illusion here that we're in a, and it indicates a bullish reversal, which is exactly what happened on July 5th, 2024. So it's not publicly available, not because I'm hiding it, but because there's only so much time in a day. And there's a lot of stuff I do that I just,
You've been talking about it for 6 years, so we'll get
I've been talking
around.
about it for 6 years. You know what? I've been talking about a lot of stuff for 6 years, and it all boils down to this. I am incapable of finding the right team above me to do what I would like to see. And because I'm a perfectionist, nothing gets done. It boils down to this. And I'm at peace with it. And that's probably how it's gonna stay. There's so much stuff that I've done and I know, and the knowledge is just gonna die because I'm not able to properly express it. So the what is this? This is the cycle. Cycle is very bullish. Everything's good. Oil remains my biggest bullish call of the year so far, starting as of last year. Let's see. Drink a sip of water.
Gold.
Gold remains in a bullish-ish trend. A green star candle on the weekly would be nice. S&P is still in a bearish trend on a weekly scale. Needs a lot of work. Needs to get over the moving average. Needs to get a green star candle. This is going to take 2 more weeks, guys. Trump will be inaugurated, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. There is lots of rumors that Trump is going to sign some kind of a Bitcoin bill. I remain skeptical. I believe it when I see it. How much of that is priced in? I say 50%. If Trump signs some kind of a pro-Bitcoin bill, I think the Bitcoin price can go to 130 fairly quickly off of the positive Bitcoin bill. Yield curve, no time to discuss. Someone asked me to look at the stock, British American Tobacco. It is not interesting to me. I'm not going to discuss it, but there was another stock, which is Hershey. Just the chart is just not interesting. The Hershey chart is very interesting. Look at this disaster, man. This is the monthly chart of Hershey, the chocolate company. Look at its volume. Very bearish. Current candle. When did all of this fall apart? It fell apart when we broke below these lows. This is a monthly chart. It's a monthly chart. If we look at the weekly chart, look at this beautiful top on an MRI top. Like if I was to write a textbook and I remember this stock, it will be there.
$300. When was that? When was that? What year was that? 2023.
This was May 2023.
It's down 50%.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did it reverse? Well, once we broke the MRI support line, shit accelerated. Not surprised. MRI buy, this is where I take my profit. Red star continuation. This is where you can go back into a short trade. Extension C, consider taking profit. Second consecutive MRI buy, consider taking profit or going long. Extension A, extension B. Now this has a red star in the middle. Extension B is a reversal candle. Consider taking profit, going long. But your red star is going to prevent you from going long. So a very tricky situation here. Either way, either a break-even short trade or a positive bullish trade. Nothing interesting. Some break-even long trades, some break-even short trades, and then a full breakdown. Long off the MRI buy. Total rejection. Short off the MRI red star. Complete short trade right now. This is on a weekly scale, on a daily scale. Disaster. Let's see if that's an MRI buy. There it is. So I would not be short today. I would not be short today. The time, when was the time to short on a red star? Either here for a break-even trade or you keep holding the daily. You can double down your daily, your short trade based on daily on a red star. You can enter your short on a daily on a red star. You took your profit yesterday. And if you forgot, you take your profit today. If you get another red star later this week, you can short this thing again. Generally, I don't like to short things that are down 50%, but the chart looks ugly. And that's how the MRI is used to trade assets.
What day did what was it, when was the MRI top? Was it March?
May.
Last
year, May. So if you look at the daily on the top, there was a weekly MRI top. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at this. My God. So the weekly MRI top comes in the following week. So the Monday, this is Monday. Monday the 8th is the weekly MRI top. And Tuesday the 2nd, you have a daily MRI top with an extension B. My God.
At that same time, mate, they started going full blown woke. You know,
Woke, yeah. Yeah, go woke, go broke.
yeah.
I mean, it's
I just Googled it. They've just been like a boycott Hershey thing is became a thing. Then you know it's
yeah,
fucking but like they it's just nonstop.
yeah.
Hershey bullshit. Cut it out. Stop doing NBA.
Again, that's the power.
Totally
That's the
stupid.
power of the MRI. It's hard to identify. There's a million different assets that are doing a daily MRI top inside a weekly MRI top. The best way to identify them is by using the MRI notification service, tradingmri.com. I hope it's still there. You can sign up for a free trial. It notifies you when assets like this are doing something like that, and it's pretty much the only way. I did want to pull up the max pain. Keep in mind that max pain is currently at 54. We are above max pain. This is an important max pain on Friday. So it's possible that we have gone up a bit too much. Every single Friday, the price of Bitcoin has been exactly at max pain. So it's possible we could tap out today, tomorrow, and pull back into Friday in order to close at max pain. I'm a little concerned that max pain is at 49 on IBIT at the end of this month. That is a very low max pain. And we are not out of the woods yet. And look, we're dropping hard right now. We might have tapped out a little bit early. So yeah, I'm not bullish yet. I mean,
No,
it's nice,
I'm not bullish yet at all, mate.
but I'm not bullish yet. Not
I'm not.
bullish yet.
I've seen this movie before a few
Yeah.
times.
And remember what I said yesterday, right? We can't be bullish unless we rally through a dead cat bounce, and we are barely at the top of the dead cat bounce. I give it up to 99, and it's still a dead cat bounce until proven otherwise.
Yeah, and what I didn't check the whatever the haters are saying, but I don't trade with fucking $300 here. Do you know what I mean? Like I got to be sure to put the money where the mouth is, and I'm not, so I'm not touching it.
All right. And on this note, I'm going to call it a day. There wasn't anything interesting on Bitcoin purchases yesterday because the data is generally grossly delayed. But tonight's data is going to include yesterday's purchases at end of day. And there's probably going to be massive buying in the ETFs yesterday.
All right.
All right. Close us out.
Thanks, guys. Hope you did better than I did yesterday, which wasn't. I didn't do that bad. Doesn't matter. All good. I hope Bitcoin rallies. I'd love a Bitcoin at $130,000. Great by inauguration. Fantastic. All good. Let's go that way. Have a great day. Go Bitcoin. See you tomorrow, same time.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing, right? So here's the thing, like on the haters, on the trolls, they're like, yesterday you were extremely bearish. Right, but yesterday is a 24-hour day, right? We were extremely bearish at 9:30 in the morning. But by 10:15 in the morning, we were no longer bearish. It's just that we didn't stream until right now, right? You are looking at yesterday from the lens of this morning. You're not looking at yesterday 5 minutes after we ended the stream. And this is why anyone that I don't understand why these people keep watching, but hey, more views for us.
I said I was wrong. The first thing I said was I had a losing trade yesterday. How many trades have I had good in the last 12 months? Hundreds.
I know,
Like, give me a break. It
I
was
know,
right. All good.
I
Didn't
know.
lose
Your
any
portfolio,
money.
your portfolio, your portfolio is up like
True.
400 or 500. In this year, your portfolio is up like 500-600x.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not 600x, 600%.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
me not go crazy here. All right, later.